So we're just going to set the intention to really talk about habits and cycles today. And if your mom would like to come in and be here with us, because I know today is her birthday. So who would love to come in today and speak to us about this?
So actually they just showed me this big column of light and it was like showing me it's my mom wants to come in right away. And I'll just share that, my mom passed this year and she was only 70. And when she worked her whole life, that she worked in the emergency room in medicine. She worked her whole life, but she had a lot of traumas that happened. And when she got close to 65 retirement, her brain started showing signs of what they call dementia, which they heavily tested her for. And basically, in the last 5 years of her life, when she should have been enjoying her retirement, a very healthy woman in every other way, her brain just started to check out. And so she revealed to me, especially to like today and yesterday, about wanting to talk about patterns and loops and traumas, because that's one of the things that led me to beyond quantum healing and regression therapy was understanding that if you don't master those things and you don't dive into those traumas, that you can become trapped. Your brain just checks out. Your brain checks out and just escapes this reality in a way. So, yeah, that's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah, so I heard that a lot of people, I guess not so much now, but I'm sure somebody has heard growing up that our bodies are living longer, and that's why you see so much dementia now. But I feel like our bodies actually live less time than what we were programmed for. So why do you see so much dementia right now?
And so there's several things that can happen that can create that dementia. And some of them can be outside factors of things that are in your environmental pollutants that you're putting into your body. But if your mind were healthy in a way of dealing free of those traumas, free of those energy pattern loops, that even if those outside agents were just the only thing placed in your reality, that would not be it enough alone to create blockages within what they're showing me, like blood flow within the brain. And so what they're saying is the reason why those things are able to take over the brain is because a lot of people they get caught in these energetic loops. And so those other outside agents and factors are able then to take over and have more of a hold because you're not consciously just clearing them. You're not allowing, like, your energy reserves are being placed in those thought loops instead of just cleaning house in the brain. And so it is not that you are living longer that this is happening. It is because there are traumas and patterns and loops and a lot of different energetic systems that are keeping humanity in that place of past and not able to be in the current moment, allowing their bodies to do what they normally function and should be doing.
So why did they choose to have this experience? So your mom, why did she choose to have this experience?
So her soul contract wanted to come in and overcome, and um, her soul contract did want to bring these traumas and these loops. And it was with the hope that she would be able to take not accountability, but to take action and to heal and forgive. The forgiveness one was a hard one for her at the root. She lived every day trying to be a forgiving person, but at the root of it, there were some very deep, like in her life contract, some deep core traumas that she just wasn't able to overcome. And so at some point, she shifted her contract to be able to provide those experience for me and her children so that they may be able to go in and break those patterns and release some of those bonds that were in, like, it's a family DNA thing, and it has to do a lot with the Catholic Church as well. Some of the things that have happened there, breaking some of the bonds and the toxic cycles that have happened there. And so um, when she realized that when her soul knew that this incarnation, that it was going to be too much for her to be able to really, really release those things on the level which she created an experience for her children to, in specifically what they're saying is Carrie, to be able to look at those patterns and it to become a conscious decision for her to break those patterns within her own life. She, like, her mom volunteered to look like it was a suffering end of her 5 years, because in that suffering, it would bring an awareness to Carrie to not have those patterns play out.
So is this what dementia is also here to teach the entire collective?
Yes, it's to teach, to break those patterns. It's also to fulfill other life lessons, compassion, empathy, to there's an energetic frequency. It's the souls that get dementia. It's almost like they have a choice. They can either pass on and just be free, like it's okay, like you're not going to master these lessons, like you're not needed, or you can stay and kind of have a long duration of kind of in and out, like they're in and out of this consciousness. It's and also be able to serve as a lesson for others. So it's a way that they're still like fulfilling their contract, and but they're not also having to stay here, because otherwise, if they didn't take the contract of like dementia or Alzheimer's, they would take the contract of exiting one way or another.
So what more can you tell us about patterns that the collective has really struggled with, that it's time to work through and move through and heal from?
Yeah, so this message of the journey that you're on is that any pattern is an unconscious behavior.